Do you remember when we first started this journey together? We ventured forth and forged a bond, made to unite, made to perform. It was a new partnership. We found new ways to excel despite the odds. We were built for each other. It was the first time I felt like I belonged, like I was a part of something bigger. Together we faced adversity and embraced it. And with you by my side, I've become better, more durable, stronger. Because what others see as limitations, I see as strengths. Our community has fueled my fire. Together we've rewritten the narrative, unlocking doors to a world of possibility. I'm proud of the journey we've taken, to be a part of something truly groundbreaking. I see a world where limitations are shattered and possibilities unlocked. Performax, empowering athletes and redefining limits for 25 years.
This is live from Richmond, Virginia. My name is Max Cates. Alongside me is multiple-time Paralympian and gold medalist, the Matt Scott with the perfect goal wheelchair. And to my right, we have the Todd Pettit. And to his right, it's Dr. Cord Schneider. It's Championship Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the Division I matchup you all have been waiting for. It's the MedStar NRH Punishers facing off against the number 1 seed, the Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks. We are half a minute away from getting it started before the national anthem, so we'll talk a little bit ball about these teams. Matt, what have you seen from the Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks, the number 1 seed?
So the Mavericks have championship pedigree. Everybody knows who the Dallas Mavericks are when it comes to winning all these championships. They've been here multiple times. On the other side, we've got a really hungry team led by Trayvon Jennifer. I'm looking in the crowd in their huddle right now. He's leading the team right now. He knows exactly what needs to be done, but he's incredibly hungry to get his first championship. This is going to be an awesome game. I can't wait to watch it.
Jitters are everywhere, as this is the first appearance in history for the Punishers making the big dance, making the finals, and this is after they defeated the Marquette Eagles only by a slim margin of 2 points to get to this stage, as right now the Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks have been cruising mostly throughout the entire tournament. They have only lost one single game throughout the entire regular season, which was versus the Arizona Wildcats college team. The PA announcer right now is talking about the start of the team and all the players moving on. Our 3 referees are Jaime Osugera, Carl Birch, and LaCory Stepp. Those 3 are your referees today. As right now we have the PA announcer announcing the lineups for both of the teams. So Matt, you have been in this position before. What normally goes through these athletes' minds as they're about to take part in the last game of the season?
So I'm taking a look around, and I'm very familiar with all of these players. I've either played with or against a majority of them. A player like Trayvon Jennifer, who's leading the Punishers, he's been here before. This is not something that's new to him. He's a multiple-time gold medalist, and this is something that he's ready for.
We will take a break.
On the other side, you see the Mavericks, who are completely ready for this game. I'm excited.
We will take a break after the national anthem. It's going to be showtime, ladies and gentlemen. We are seconds away from the Division I championship game, as All the players are going to be announced. There are a lot of people in attendance today. Mostly you see people along the sidelines as a lot of the players are getting introduced. You see Jacob Tyree coming in for the Punishers, as well as some other players. Demetrius Dixon checking in. We'll let all the players roll down to the court.
I can't hear you.
I know, that's why it's like.
Yesterday before the game started, I gave a lot of shout outs and I forgot one of them, and I want to make sure that Blake's wife knows that he sends a big shout out to her and his babies out back at home. Morgan McMinn, sorry that I missed that shout out yesterday. Won't happen again today. You get the only shout out of the day.
Smiling from ear to ear, you had to get that.
I wrote it down in my phone. I felt really bad because I asked him personally. I'm like, hey, do you have anybody you want me to shout out? And he told me. Wrote it down in my phone, and I didn't make the shout out. So
nice recovery, Matt. Nice recovery.
Great recovery.
I got to right my wrongs. You can tell by the way, just by the way that they their faces are right now. The Punishers just look ready to go. They don't look like a team that's never been here before. Only time's gonna tell if that is poise or is that nerves. We're gonna find that out in about a couple minutes.
Well, it's a tale of two different stories when you look at experience, as this is the Punishers' first ever time in the finals, while the Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks, they have been here again and again and again throughout their history. It's been a 2-year drought for the Mavericks. The last time they won the championship was in 2021, and that was their second year of a back-to-back championship win. And the Mavericks
this is a completely different Mavericks team as well. Like the likes of Bobby Nickelberry and Jason Nelms, and they had a much different buildup of a team back then. This is a sort of a brand new team with new coaching and a new identity. Still very potent, and I'm excited to see what they can do. They've obviously had a very impressive tournament, but I mean, we're looking on the other side, and we're looking at a very, very prepared Punishers team with a well-driven, well-led team. I think we're in for a show today.
A show today we shall start, as both of the teams are ready to go and they're meeting at center stage. It's the biggest dance you've all been waiting for in wheelchair basketball. My name's Max Cates. Yet again to my left, Paralympian Team USA champion Matt Scott. To my right is Todd Pettit, and to his right is Dr. Court Schneider, Mr. Analytics himself. Both teams in the middle, as you see Blake McMinn for the Mavs with the tip-off, with Kevin Atherley meeting him in the middle. I had the pleasure of interviewing him after their win versus the Marquette Eagles, and he was ecstatic knowing he's making the final. Mavericks in their all-white going from left to right, with the Punishers going from right to left. The Mavs win it, and we are underway with Michael Looney carrying the ball.
All right, here we go. Aaron Gouge is another player that has been here before, has won many national championships, many golds, and he controls that offense. Nice shot from Josie.
Josie DeHart with her first two gets it started for the Mavericks. 9.5 left to play.
I imagine we're going to see a lot of that. She really lit it up yesterday.
In the first half, they closed down her in the second half. I'm surprised that the Punishers didn't learn from that.
Looney with the jumper for the Punishers. Rims out. Rebound goes to Romo. Romo for the Mavs on the push.
You see the strategy here by Aaron Gouge getting the man out. They can attack a numerical superiority, get another shot from Josie.
DeHart misses again. She's 1 for 2. 1 minute gone by. Mavs still up 2-0. Jennifer goes coast to coast, flips it up, and the foul.
And one. That is impressive. That is impressive. So Trayvon Jennifer, one of the best players in the world right now. Definitely something we're going to have to look out for. Him taking that baseline, drawing the foul, absorbing the contact, amazing finish.
Trayvon Jennifer falling down towards his right. It's Danny Feek with his first personal foul, first team foul for the Mavs. Danny Fink with the foul. Misses the free throw. Score currently tied at 2-2, 8:50 left to play. Feek got his first foul of the game for the Mavericks. Two, 8.5 left to play. Punishers have the ball. This is for the Division I championship for the NWBA live here in Richmond, Virginia. Dakar down low, Atherley flips it up and flips it in.
Great shot by the big man. I think we've seen Blake as the dominant big man throughout this tournament. He has his match cut out for him with Atherley. Atherley is an active big man, and as you can see, he can finish in traffic.
Gooch swings it to DeHart. She tried to find it down low, got partially blocked. The Punishers come up with it. It's Jennifer with the rebound.
I think he expected her to take that shot. That wasn't an air ball. That was a pass. I think he expected her to shoot that, and she wanted to dump it down for the easy finish.
Here's Jennifer. Flings it towards its left. It's Looney. Thakar. Here's Jennifer. Back to Thakar with the mid-range jumper.
Fade away.
And he rattles that one home.
I mean, the degree of difficulty from the Punishers, all 6 of their points. The shot inside where he had to absorb the contact. Trayvon's and one. And then that fadeaway. The degree of difficulty is insane. Nice job.
6-2 Punishers lead. Atherley momentarily got a swap on it. DeHart saves it for the Mavericks.
Atherley is a little bit of everywhere.
Gives hard foul there. Gooch in pain.
I mean, he was being very aggressive on defense. It looks like Gooch took the bad end on that aggression.
And I was going to point out on the other end of the court, the battle between Gooch and Atherley is a good one to watch. Atherley's being kept out of the paint by Gooch, and here that it's hard foul. Atherley didn't mean it. He went over to Gooch afterwards, said, "Hey man, you know I didn't mean it." They're good. But Gooch shook that one hard.
Those are 2 gentlemen of the game. But Gucci, one of the toughest wheelchair basketball players that you'll ever see, that's not going to affect him. He's going to go out there and he's going to do what he needs to do to win the game.
Jennifer with the swipe immediately for the Punishers as they're up by 4 with 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Atherley got his first personal, first on the team for the Punishers just now.
Nice active hands by Fabian. Fabian Romo, one of the up and coming stars here in this league. Oh.
Pass is way too out. Nobody touched it. Atherley says, yeah, that's my bad. As it's going to be Punishers' turnover, the Mavericks will have the ball.
Romo and Gooch winning the battle there against Atherley. Atherley looking for that inside game, and great defense by Dallas.
You can see early that the Punisher strategy is to get that ball inside. You have some drives by Trayvon Jennifer. You have to finish it by Atherley. They want to get as close to the basket as possible. Nice poise by Aaron Gooch. Three-point shot.
For 3, rattles just out.
He's been a consistent three-point shooter throughout this tournament, so look for him to take some more of those three-pointers.
The car on the push. 6-2 Punishers lead. 6:15 left to go in the championship game for Division I. The winner of this one will crown themselves the Division I National Championships for the NWBA.
What a move.
Here's Jennifer, goes up and falls down and lays it in.
What a move. Trayvon Jennifer, you are nasty. That is awesome.
The Mavericks call a timeout. Trayvon Jennifer, a catalyst on offense.
He's got the entire gym clapping and going crazy right now. That was such a move. The thing about Trayvon Jennifer is his most the most impressive thing about him is that he's an incredible defender. You cannot go past Trayvon Jennifer. He's fast, he's quick, and he communicates well. But his ability to draw the foul as he's driving and absorbing that contact, that is not many people in the world can do that.
And Fick's certainly a capable defender to get around Fick like that. That was an impressive drive. We saw Fit as a player kind of doing a lot of the dirty work yesterday in their semifinal win, right? Wasn't big on the score sheet, got his 8, got his 10 like he's going to, but doing a lot of the dirty work underneath.
That's what he's known for. He's made a name for himself in that category, and he's becoming a much more potent offensive player as well. It's a joy to see.
Trayvon Jennifer leading scorer for the Punishers with 4.
And as the leader of that team, he's going to need to take on that kind of responsibility.
Nice give and go between Fick and Romo, as a foul will be called on Thakar with his first personal. That's the second team foul for the Punishers. There you see the nice give and go, Fick and Romo. And Romo, you mentioned one of the bigger up-and-coming stars. What makes him so dangerous as a player?
Well, he has range. I mean, he can shoot the ball from anywhere in the gym. He obviously can handle the ball really well, and he's got size on him as well. Like, look at that shot, look at that ball control, and he's unfazed. He just, he brings a light to this game that the up and coming stars can really look up to.
8-4 ball game, 5.5 left to go in the first quarter, and there's Atherley down low, give him 4 points. Punishers.
That's a good answer.
Punishers up 10-4, a little bit over 5 minutes left to play. Here's Romo weaving down the middle, looks to reset on the right wing. DeHart the jumper. Off the back iron and out, rebound goes to Jennifer.
DeHart 1 for 3 now, a little bit cold thus far early, but she'll heat up.
Jennifer goes coast to coast. Ooh. Wave the basket. There's no shot, so foul before the shot went up.
Matt, you mentioned earlier about the Punishers kind of earning every one of those points, just gutting it out, gritting the lane, taking the hits. If this gets easy for them, they could open up a huge lead. I mean, they are starting to apply some pressure. They're scoring when it's hard.
First personal foul for Blake McMinn. Second team foul for the Mavericks. Timeout goes to the Punishers.
Media.
Is that a second foul for Blake McMinn? That's something that we want to look out for. That's two early fouls that could plague them throughout this game.
As this stream is brought to you by Performax Wheelchairs, over 25 years of excellence for all athletes alike.
You gotta love Performax. I'm sitting here in my brand new Performax. I couldn't be a happier person. But when you look out there on the court, you see Performaxes all over the court because the best players need the best equipment. In order to play at the top of your game, you need to be out there in the best. Shout out to Performax of 25 years of greatness.
Greatness indeed. You see the best wheelchair basketball athletes in the world use those chairs, and it gives you such a great advantage, especially when you see how it's made. It's very different compared to the regular wheelchair.
Absolutely. Well, they're all the chairs that are out there are all customized wheelchairs. Performax makes custom chairs based on what you need as a player. Actually, one of the more interesting chair designs is Trayvon Jennifer. His chair control is really incredible, but as a double amputee, you see he has a bit of a tapered frame that really fits his capability, and it allows him to be as agile as possible. There's some really nice design chairs out there for everybody that's watching.
Like you said, Matt, Performax just taking into account every individual aspect of the athlete, where their center of gravity is, all the customizations, just incredible the work they do.
That's right.
Back underway, a little bit less than 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Championship game for Division I. Thakar misses the midi. The Mavericks look to push. Here's Romo.
Both teams are kind of struggling from the outside. You see the Punishers are having a bit more success getting inside and scoring from the interior, but everybody's struggling from the outside right now.
Googe went up with the shot, but it will not matter. It's going to be Punisher's ball.
Yeah, I thought that was an opportunity for Fick there. He had the lane. For some reason, he turned around, didn't like the shot, but then, that's usually when those lane violations occur.
The Punishers coming into this one after beating the Timberwolves in the first day. Then they defeated the Sonics by 13. And just yesterday, they defeated the Marquette Eagles by 3. And that's how they got to this point.
I don't know if the proximity has anything to do with it, but the Punishers have a full house in here. They've got signs hanging. They've got thunder sticks clapping. Like, the Punishers they've got a squad here cheering for them.
Mavericks down by 6, 3:49 left to play. Gooch has it for the Mavericks, down on the left block. Nice dump down to Fick. Can get the layup to drop. Rebound goes to Looney.
Dallas really struggling offensively. They're not really getting anything to fall, not having much luck anywhere on the floor.
The Punishers in transition under the basket. Waved call away. That's another lane violation.
That was a quick 3.
That's a tight 3.
The Mavericks coming into this one, they beat the New York Rolling Knicks in day 1 by 50. Then they beat the Utah Jazz in the quarterfinals by 21. Then they beat Golden State yesterday in the semis by 1 point. Josie DeHart, the midi, rattles out from the left elbow.
Yeah, Dallas started hot with DeHart. She was a big part of their early offense. Now she's 1 for 5, struggling a bit. She'll get there.
They say shooters shoot. She's gonna shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot. I mean, that last shot didn't go in, but I don't think that's gonna deter her from taking the next one.
Thakar sees some daylight and knocks down the jumper. Give him 4 points. Increases the Punishers' lead to 8. It's 12-4. 2:45 left in the first quarter.
He's really a steady player for them. He plays with a lot of poise, a lot of control, and just knocked down that jumper nice and easy.
Gooch rattles that one home. Answers from the foul line.
Anybody that's seen Gucci play before, they know that's his shot. You don't want to leave Aaron Gooch open for a free throw wide open shot. He had a little bit of contact there, but it was too late.
Thakar goes for another, and he cashes that one home. 2 consecutive buckets for Harsh Thakar.
Quality shooter. They don't want to leave him wide open.
He sure loves that left side of the floor. He's been money from there.
Oh, with the left.
Romo inside with the answer.
Okay, Mr. Fundamental. Nice finish from Fabian Romo.
Fabian Romo with 4 points leads all Dallas scores as he cuts the Punishers' lead to 6. It's 14-8. 2 minutes left.
Well, it's plays like that that really show the youngsters why you need both hands, why you need to work on your non-dominant finishes and things like that. He didn't have the opening for his dominant hand and just decided to go up with the left hand, which was open. Got to have both.
A minute and a half left. DeHart to Gooch. He feels it, and he gets that one to drop.
This moment is not too big for Aaron Gooch. He knows what needs to be done. He knows where his money shots are, and he's getting right to them. He's an excellent leader. Silent, but he leads by example.
Cuts the Punishers' lead to 4. Looney down low, extra feed. Thakar fades away. That one's just short on the deep 2. Atherley, the offensive board. Thakar again.
Okay. With this early lead, I don't seem this. It doesn't seem like the Punishers are this is the first time they're here. Like this seems like a team that's been here before. Playing with a lot of poise, playing with a lot of control.
Yeah, I agree. Dallas actually seems like the one that that hasn't been here. Just playing a little more tentative. Like on the last possession, Josie Hart dishing off to Goog. Goog drained the shot, but DeHart would normally have taken that one. So just a little bit of a disorientation among the Dallas team. They'll be there though.
I will say, the Dallas team that we're used to, the one that everybody speaks about, the years of championships and trips to the championship game. This isn't that team. There are members of that team, but this isn't exactly that team. And when you have a brand new team, sometimes you have to build that chemistry.
Fabian Romo in transition, give him 6 points. Cuts the Punishers' lead down to 4. Game clock is turned off. 20 seconds left before the end of the first quarter.
That fast break speed is exactly why he's one of the up-and-coming stars in this league. Incredible.
Championship on the line. Thacker up to Jennifer. Extra feed Looney. Rattles out then in. That's a crazy miss. 3 seconds left. Gooch will go for it. That one's way short, and that will be the end of the first quarter. It's a 16-12 lead for the Punishers. This stream yet again is brought to you by Performax Wheelchairs, giving you 25 years of incredible excellence for all wheelchair-disabled athletes. As you can look into the replay, this has been a phenomenal game so far, a worthy final to say the least.
Absolutely. That was one of the first buckets of the game to Hart on the replay there. We'll see a lot of replays here, gutty, gritty points for the Punishers, living up to their name.
These highlights are incredible. All the finishes in traffic, all of the absorbing the contact. Both teams are incredibly focused, and they both are hungry to take home this victory.
Now, Matt, having been here at this level before, that contact you just talked about, does that come into play in the later stages? Does all the bruises and bangs you take, does it make the fourth quarter harder?
Hoopers hoop, man. Like everybody that is hungry for this game, they're not going to let any contact or anything shake them up. You saw Gucci took a shot to the face early in the game. There's going to be some contact. There's going to be those things, but ballers ball, hoopers hoop. Everybody's ready to play at the highest level. This isn't going to deter anyone.
Start of the second quarter is just about to be underway. Max Gates is my name. Alongside me is the Matt Scott. We also have Todd Pettit and Dr. Court Schneider to his right. Second quarter underway for the championship here in Richmond, Virginia in the Henrico Center. Punishers have it. It's the car.
Oh, good move.
The car on the crossover, up to Jennifer. Looney, guarded by DeHart, shakes her off, puts up the jumper, just short.
You got to like the patience out of that offensive set. Right out of the timeout, a little bit of ball movement, a lot of patience. Unluckily, he didn't make that shot.
Jennifer snatches that one at the air with one hand for the steal. 9.5 left, Punishers up by 4 in their first ever finals appearance. Jennifer spinning, Jennifer puts it up and banks that one home. What a difficult shot.
Impressive. I cannot stress enough, that guy has really improved his offensive capability, and that just proves it right there.
Googe left wide open alone. He drives inside, puts it up, but he'll draw the foul.
You gotta like the aggression out of Googe there. He really understands the moment. You can tell that Gucci has been here before. He's been taking those shots in the middle and really knocking them down, and you see he's really aggressive right there, trying to get the ball to the basket.
Gooch a little lucky on that last play there. You can see he definitely had a little bit of contact with Jennifer on that one.
Harge Thacker got his second personal foul, first team foul here in the second quarter as Googe misses the first free throw.
It's a rare miss. That's a rare miss. Googe is an excellent free throw shooter. Look for him to knock this one down.
Matt, you can call him Gucci. I think Max and I will stick with Gooch.
That's my boy. We've played together for a lot of years. Won some championships. Won some medals. That's a good friend of mine. He's an excellent basketball player.
I'll stick to Anthony.
Yeah. Aaron,
of course. 9 minutes left. 18-13 Punishers lead. Thacker from deep. Ooh. That one's far left. Googe the rebound. Fick is way ahead of the pack. The ball is loose. Roma looks to come up with it. He duels with Jennifer, and it's a jump ball.
You can tell this is a championship game. Everyone is just putting it out on the line. They want to get after that basketball.
The Mavericks will regain possession. And the Mavericks have just been such a dominant force from 1996 to 2016. They have won 14 NWBA championships.
Impressive streak. They have definitely been the epitome of greatness here in the NWBA. They've had some of the greatest players. They've had some of the greatest coaching. They've had some of the greatest runs in the NWBA. Congratulations to them.
What do you think, how much do you think it takes to be that great for such a long time?
That's an excellent question. I think they've had some really incredible players. Some of the players that have come through the Dallas program have also been on national teams, have also played at the highest level, even higher than in the NWBA, and I think that experience really lends itself to this continued greatness.
18-13, 8.5 left to play here in the second quarter.
Ooh.
Championship or nothing between the Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks and the MedStar NRH Punishers. Here's Romo for the Mavericks.
Don't look now, as broadcasters, we ourselves have a camera behind us.
Oh.
Matt, I know you love the camera.
Fick 0 for 2, misses the layup just under the basket.
It's a good setup by Fabian Romo. You see that he wanted to use his shooting capability to draw out the defender and make sure he had that pick and roll. Unluckily, Danny Fick wasn't able to capitalize.
Atherley misses on the other end. That would have given the Punishers 20, put them up by 7. Googe, nice slip down low to Romo, wide open under the basket.
Excellent play by Aaron Googe.
He was harassed on that one.
I think he's got an early nod for me for looking like MVP of this game if they're able to come out on top. He's really been leading the charge.
Thacker the crossover up to Jennifer. He's got a one-on-one by Googe.
Ooh,
nice up fake, drives past him, and he puts it in.
Speaking of MVP, nods for the early drive of this game. Trayvon Jennifer has been impressive. There's nothing he hasn't done out here on the court today.
Well, and
he's been a nightmare on defense. He's been incredible on offense.
A huge momentum shift, too. They had a 2-minute scoring drought prior to that from Jennifer.
That pump fake into the drive was really impressive. And there we see the Fabian Romo that we've been used to for this tournament. That consistent three-point shooting is what we know him for.
Fabian Romo from downtown. That's cash. Nothing but money for the Mavericks as the score is 18-20 Punishers. 6:40 left to play here in the second quarter.
Huge shot. Huge shot.
Jennifer scored last time from the foul line. Gives it to Thacker. Jennifer, extra feed. Looney the jumper. Rattles out.
He hasn't been able to find one yet, and he's actually a pretty good wing shooter. Look for him to start heating up as the game continues.
Yeah, Looney 0 for 4 in his last 4 attempts, so he needs to heat up.
Tight defense by Jennifer on DeHart. Reset to Romo. DeHart has it in the right corner. Nice defense by Atherley. He tips it, but the Mavericks still have it. And there is the bucket.
That is all effort. They were able to break up the pass from Josie and wasn't able to get it into Blake. Blake's second effort is what made sure that he was able to make that basket.
McMinn ties it at 20 with 5:40 left to play before halftime in the championship game for Division I. And the Mavericks have it now, and they can break the deadlock and get their first lead of the game.
Incredible comeback. A lot of poise. It shows that some of these players have been here before. A lot of control.
DeHart the pull-up.
Yeah, there's the Josie that we saw yesterday. A fearless shooter.
I like that timeout.
Never changes the expression on her face. Always poised, always calm. Great shooter.
Part of the 9-2 run the Mavericks are on, too. They've really put it on.
There's you see the DeHart bucket, which finally gives the Mavericks the first lead of the game. That championship pedigree has been showing as the Punishers needed a timeout. Now, Matt, what have you seen so far from both sides? What do you think the Punishers need to do differently?
I've seen an incredibly impressive Trayvon Jennifer. As we look at some of these highlights, what is he not doing out there? I mean, he's spinning. He's making shots as he's falling to the ground. He's defending all the players on the floor. Trayvon Jennifer has been incredibly impressive, but look out. Dallas Mavericks have come back for a lead.
That's that championship pedigree. 17 championships speak for itself. But you got to give credit to the Punishers as well. They're giving it to them in their first ever finals appearance for the NWBA.
We saw a substitution. We saw Looney goes to the bench after a 0 for 4 performance so far.
Avery Moore has replaced him, repping number 14. Jennifer the jumper. Ooh. Off the back iron, then rattles the front. That one's a miss. Failed to tie the game up at 22.
Oh, they're out on the break. Looks like some numerical superiority by the Dallas.
Romo the fake, Romo the layup.
Easy bucket.
Fabian
You gotta-
Romo with 13
You got to look
points.
at the beginning of that play. Gucci leaking out early and making sure that he comes back to get a pick. That's what opened up that lane for Fabian to get the shot. Great teamwork.
Thacker finds Moore with the jumper. Just short on the left, Romo the rebound.
I don't think that's an easy thing to do, to come in late in the game, in the championship game, when you're down. That's a tough shot to take.
DeHart, money.
Speaking of tough shots to take, she was wide open, but that's not the player that you want to leave wide open.
DeHart, 1 for 5, her first 5. Now she's 3 for 7, 15-2 run for the Mavericks.
Thacker to Jennifer down low, can't get the layup, rebound, corralled by McMinn.
You can feel that momentum shift. Dallas is really, really taking advantage of this momentum shift.
Romo splitting 2, the nice layup up by Goose, just missed, rebound Jennifer. 3:30 left to play. The Mavericks have come back from trailing most of the game to get the lead, and that's where we stand now. This is for the gold. As Jennifer hits the deck, offensive foul. Jennifer with his first personal as he just slides into DeHart, and he could not change that fate. That's his first personal, second team foul here in the second quarter.
Loved DeHart's reaction to that when you saw a big hand clap. She knows this is a championship game, and she knows she was in position.
You see Trayvon Jennifer having a discussion with the referee. That was an interesting call that they had on him, and I'm sure he got some clarification there from the ref.
This stream is brought to you by Performax Wheelchairs, bringing you 25 incredible years of excellence for all wheelchair athletes across the world. Matt Scott, you know more about that than I do. You're sitting on your incredible personalized chair, and you know, if you could shine a flashlight on it, you could probably see it from California.
That's the way I like it. And again, you know, Performax is very good at making customized equipment that suits your needs. And some people need to be a little flashy, and that's this chair suits what I like to put out there.
Now, on the back of the chair, it says "Fly Without Limits."
That's right.
That's your nonprofit. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Fly Without Limits is a global social impact organization geared to make life easier for people with physical disabilities to live a life of their full potential. We've been in existence since 2023, and hoping to empower this community and you know, one step at a time.
You've done an absolutely incredible job, my friend, and it's an honor to have you here on the championship game. You know how it's like to be at the biggest stage of them all, both nationally and internationally, and it's an honor to have you broadcast this championship game with us.
Thank you, my friend.
Yet again, my name is Max Cates. Matt Scott to my left, Todd Pettit to my right, and Dr. Kurt Schneider broadcasting you this championship game as Romo shoots the 3, just missed it, and that would have put the Mavericks up by 9.
He's just shy of that shot. I know he wished he could take that one back. It was a great look.
Jennifer, nice dish down low. Atherley gets the bucket. Give him 6.
They've got great team chemistry between the two of them. With Trayvon Jennifer with the court vision, Atherley with the aggression and getting himself in there. Great chemistry.
Gouge. Ball fake on the foul line, finds DeHart on her sweet spot, the right wing. DeHart the jumper, rattles out.
It's looking to me like the Punishers have decided to live with that outside shot from Josie. It looks like they're trying to tighten in the holes and like make sure that Dallas isn't able to get an easy bucket inside from Gouge, from Fabian, and from Blake. That's a great foul.
Foul will be called on the floor. Harsh Thacker, prior to this position, got his 10th point off the mid-range.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of open shots from Josie, and I believe that's what the Punishers have decided to live with. We'll see if that strategy changes.
Jacob Tyree with his first personal foul, 13th foul for the Punishers. 26-24, Mavericks lead. 2 minutes left to play before the half of the D1 championship game. Gouge down low, Fick puts it up, gets fouled, but he'll go to the line as he missed the layup.
It's a great pick and roll action by Danny Fick as he earns his chance to score this basket from the line.
Kevin Atherley, second personal foul, fourth team foul for the Punishers. Fick, one of your teammates for Team USA, Matt.
That's right. That's right.
What makes him so dangerous?
So Danny Fick is a fast player. Like, he is a lightning bolt out there, and he's always going to be willing to do the dirty work. Some players want to score. Some players want the shine. Danny Fick doesn't care about any of the shine as long as his team gets the W. And you can look at his accolades after all the championships that he's won with the Dallas Mavericks. You can tell that individual accolades mean nothing to him as long as he can get the team W.
As you see, he hustles for his own miss off the free throw. He missed both. DeHart, the jumper for the Dallas Mavericks, is cash. You cannot leave her open from the right wing. She sits at 8 points as the Mavericks lead by 4. A minute and a half left before halftime. Thacker left wide open, the deep 2 off the back of the iron. Rebound in the favor of the Mavericks. It's Romo. The Mavericks look to push. Here's Gouge, surrounded by 3 Punisher players. He goes to his left. Bullies away Thacker, flings it to Romo, gets it back. Lane violation. It's going to be Punisher's ball.
Okay, some substitutions for Dallas. Now,
John McPhail looks to check in.
See, these are 2 substitutions that we didn't see in their game yesterday against the Golden State Warriors. These are 2 really fast players. So look for them to potentially have a pressing lineup. I'm not sure what their strategy is going to be with this faster lineup, but guaranteed it's going to be a good move.
The jump shot is up and in by Jacob Tyree for 2, who just checked in, got his first 2, cuts the Mavericks lead down to a single bucket. 52 seconds left. Here's Romo on the crossover. Bounce pass to Gouge. Extra feed to Hart. She just can't miss.
She's lighting it up. She is lighting it up.
DeHart started out 1 to 4, now 5 for 8, like you said, Matt, and shoot to stay hot and shoot to get hot.
That's right.
Both a Punisher player and a Mavericks player hit the deck. It's John McPhail and Trevon Jennifer. Foul will go against John McPhail for his first personal, and that's the first team foul in this quarter for the Mavericks.
Well, Coach Jamel Penny has made this substitution with John McPhail. John McPhail might be I would say he's the second fastest player out on the court next to Trevon Jennifer. He might have made that substitution to neutralize some of the speed from
Jennifer. What a feed
Trevon.
Down low to Atherley. Faked the shot, duped his defender, and Atherley says thank you very much as it's a 2-point Dallas lead. Shot clock turned off. Game clock's now at 15 seconds. Gouge down low off the feed.
What
the
a
reverse
finish.
is good.
That's what you like to see in a championship game. That's what you like to see. What an incredible finish.
5 seconds left. Jennifer hits the deck in front of us. The referee. Atherley has to have it. He has to shoot it. Does not beat the buzzer. End-to-end action, energy everywhere as the Mavericks take a 4-point lead heading into halftime in this championship game. This stream is brought to you by Performax Wheelchairs, broadcasting you 25 years of excellence for wheelchair athletes alike. Matt Scott to my left, Todd Pettit to my right, and also Dr. Kurt Schneider to his right. We will be back after a quick break. We will keep going, but I love to talk to you, Matt, before we go. What have you seen so far from both of these teams?
So, first of all, I want to talk about that last play. John McPhail, a new substitution into this game with a heads-up play, giving it to Aaron Gouge in stride, and he turns around and he makes that reverse basket. That's a huge momentum gainer. We see Dallas ahead in this game. They did not come out very strong. I don't believe that they came out very strong. I think you saw a very hungry Punisher team who hit them with their first hit. Dallas, with that championship pedigree, was able to absorb that hit and engage in a hit of their own. This has been a back and forth, sort of like a boxing match. It's really fun to watch.
That it has. tale of two halves almost, as they say, right? The Punishers came out, did not look like the underdog, did not look like they hadn't been here, doing everything at will, getting out to 8-point leads. Then they go on a 6-minute power outage where they only score 2 points in the second quarter. Was that the Dallas defense stepping up, changing plans, or was that just the way it goes sometimes?
So I would say it's a little bit of both. I think Dallas has made several adjustments throughout this game, which is really a nod to not only their leadership but their head coaching. They have been able to make decisions in stride and make adjustments as the game starts to progress that have really led to this lead. The substitutions, the strategy change. I think this is all leading to their success. We'll see what kind of strategy adjustments that the Punishers are going to go with next.
And let's not forget Josie DeHart, 8 huge points in that second quarter. Cold in the first quarter, and like you said, shooters come to shoot, and there we are.
Yeah, there we are, live here in Richmond, Virginia, broadcasting you the national finals for Division I, as there's a little ceremony going on at half court.
This is the Sportable crew we see here at center court.
I've met some of these.
Huge part of the reason this event is possible, so them getting their well-deserved accolades.
There's Forrest, the guy with the cap, who's been tremendously helpful towards everybody in attendance. What an incredible crew we have on our hands.
Well, let's point out the most important gentleman here, the tall gentleman with the gorgeous gray locks. He's the guy that's been bringing us food every day. So you got to shout out to him. He's been keeping us well fed here in Richmond.
Everybody eats. Well, if he's the one who put in Chick-fil-A yesterday, I want my money back. I didn't get any.
Well, you were a little too slow, Max. That's one thing you'll learn. One thing you'll learn in broadcasting, and Max here majoring in broadcasting, is you got to get the food early. We worked with John Laser, legendary voice of the Virginia Tech Hokies last week, and John was the first thing he told me is you got to know when the food is delivered, and there you go. Rookie move, not getting that Chick-fil-A, Max.
Oh, rookie move early on. As there we are on the screen. We're honored to broadcast to you this national championship game here in Division I. Currently, it's 11:40 left to go before the start of the second half. As right now, we will send it over back to our studios for a quick break. We will be back only a few minutes before the start of the championship game of the second half. Be right back in a quick minute. We are back on air live in Richmond, Virginia for the championship final of the Division I series between the MedStar NRH Punishers and the Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks. Hello, everybody. My name is Max Gates. To my left is Paralympian and U.S. gold medalist Matt Scott. We also have Todd Pettit to my right, and also Dr. Kort Schneider, our statistician, to his right. Also, shout out to our booth, Parnes Cartwright, Mike Steckel, Chris Shrews, Vera Gillespie, and Nikki DeSantis. Thank you so much for doing an incredible work behind the scenes and making us look good and sound good.
There it is.
It's been an entertaining first half for the #1 team in Division I NWBA hoops. It's been a back-and-forth matchup. Matt, what have we seen so far, and what should we expect here in the second half?
This has been the quintessential championship game. Like, this has been exactly what we want to see. A little bit of back and forth, some impressive ball handling, some impressive shot making. We've seen some great individual performances out of Aaron Googe and Josie on one side, and we've seen some incredible performance out of Trayvon Jennifer on the other half. Both of their teams are playing a very spread out game and a very well-balanced attack, but this has been an incredible championship game.
It's been a game of runs. We had that 6-minute power outage for the Punishers when they only scored 2 points in the second quarter. Dallas took advantage, and the first part of it going, it looked like the Punishers was going to run away with it. So it's which team can have the run at the right time. It's a game of momentum.
You saw Fabian Rombo start to heat up in that second quarter. Let's look to see him start to get active in this second half.
20 minutes left before we crown a champion in Division I. The Punishers will start it. Looney kicks it to Thacker. Extra feed, Jennifer.
Great ball movement to start the second half. Great ball movement and excellent patience as well, using the entire shot clock. Ooh.
Looney misses the jumper, goes off the shoulder of Blake McMinn for the Mavericks. Romo for Dallas corrals the rebound.
Yeah, Looney they've let shoot a few times. He's now 0 for 5 from the field. We talked about that a little yesterday, Matt. Sometimes if you're open to shoot, there's a reason for that, and Looney's cold today.
He is not having much luck from outside.
10 seconds on the shot clock for the Mavericks. Gouge down low to Romo. The southpaw layup is good.
How good was that fake?
He's finishing inside with that left hand really, really well. Great dish by Aaron Gouge.
Romo with 15 points for the Mavericks. Puts them up 34-28 in the second quarter, and the layup is just off for the Punishers. That one's a backbreaker. 9 minutes left. The Mavericks look to increase their lead. Romo, a full head of steam. He gets fouled. Got fouled before the layup he went up with. A foul will go against the Punisher player. It's Jeffrey Graham. That's his first personal. First team foul here in the third quarter. There's a layup by Romo for the first bucket in the second half. Referee LaCorey Steps says that's the other way. Something must have happened before the inbound.
Josie's wheel on the baseline, is that what they called?
I couldn't see it from here. I got blocked by one of the referees, but Fick is not happy.
I'm not sure what that call was, but turnover either way.
Looney for two.
There he goes.
He needed that one.
That actually puts a smile on my face because Looney is a great shooter. He hasn't really had much luck today. Finally able to see one to go down.
The layup is up and in for the Mavericks. It's Blake McMinn with his first bucket of the second half. Give him 4 points. Mavericks.
That finish is a surprise to no one. Blake is an incredible finisher from the inside.
36-30. The Punishers, they don't manage to answer. It's the miss by Atherley.
He's missed 2 of those in a row. Very uncharacteristic.
Eight minutes left to play. Mavericks up 36-30. Hunting for their 18th NWBA championship. They haven't won in the last 2 years. It's been a duel between them, the Knicks, and the Warriors. DeHart, the jumper.
Who won last year?
Golden State. All right, I fell for it. You got me, Matt. You got me. It's not going to happen again.
I think you might have played for them in a few games here or there. So
Oh, man.
You have played with Brian Bell, who you've mentioned is one of the toughest players, as that jumper is good for the Punishers.
Absolutely. Brian Bell is box office basketball. And, yeah, he's been here before.
Harsh the car with the bucket. Give him a dozen, and there's Googe
Speaking
with
of-
the layup.
Speaking of box office basketball, that was a great seal by Danny Fick, making sure that his buddy Aaron Googe was able to make the easy layup.
7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Mavericks 40, Punishers 32. Jennifer to Thacker. Extra feed. Looney misses the jumper.
The determination for him to knock down one of those shots. He is not backing down. He's determined to knock one down.
Googe, a full head of steam, loses his balance, puts it up, misses the layup. Jennifer the rebound for the Punishers.
Tough shot by Googe there. I think he was hoping for the foul. That was a very awkward angle.
I can definitely attest for that. Gucci definitely was. There was some contact there. I think the ref's discretion was that Gucci was initiating the contact, so there was no call there.
Fabian Romo with this second personal. First team foul in the third for the Mavericks. Jennifer spins down on the left side. Thacker. Here's Looney. Down low to Jennifer. He got hit by the chair. It's a holding foul.
It's a great decision by Looney to dump that down to Trayvon. Trayvon being really active down there, jockeying for position and getting himself down low. Looney with a really heads-up play. If he's not able to knock down those shots, he was able to affect the game in another way. So great pass by him. Okay.
Thacker can't get the reverse. Rebound Romo for Dallas.
Tough shot.
A make will put the Mavericks up by double digits. They look to reset with Googe. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Googe, what a feed, down low. Fick gets the layup to drop. Danny Fick with his first bucket of the game. He's been scoreless throughout the entire game. He gets his first two with 5:40 left in the third. Mavericks up 42-32.
Great finish by Performax's own Danny Fick.
Jennifer misses the three for the Punishers. Romo looks to push. Romo dumps it down low.
Smart play. Smart play. So for everybody watching back at home, Trayvon wanted to take that foul so he can stop them from taking an easy layup. He didn't want to be malicious or hurt anybody, but he wanted to make sure that there was some stoppage in the gameplay, so he was able to make some contact and get the foul called.
Trayvon Jennifer, second personal, second team foul here in quarter number 3.
Okay.
Romo, too short on the three to Hart the offensive rebound. Romo gets it back, flings it down low to Fick, puts it up, high off the glass, misses the layup. Googe is there, and he puts it in.
Same team. They could have both gotten that rebound, could have both gotten that bucket. Gucci being a little bit bigger, decided to go ahead and put that basket in.
Looney, too strong, off the right elbow. The ball's loose, and Romo comes up with it. The Mavericks slowly running away with this championship game, on the hunt for championship number 18.
They're coming down nice and calm as well. Like they're running an offense every time. Like they're not doing a whole lot of sloppy run and gun basketball. They're very controlled every time, and it's really paying off for them.
Googe is starting to feel it here in the championship series. 46-32, Mavericks lead.
And you see Googe erupt with some emotion.
Googe
Good for
just
him.
left too wide open here. Had time to think about that all day and nailed it. Dallas feeling it. You saw them come into this media timeout here, slapping hands in the huddle. They know they're on the doorstep of that trophy.
Googe, the second leading scorer for the Mavericks with 13, but Fabian Romo has been the catalyst for the Mavs with 15 points. And this stream is brought to you by Performax Wheelchairs, 25 years of incredible excellence. As you see the beautiful basketball on your replay screen, who knew Googe could turn into Tom Brady?
It's a great pass out of Aaron Googe. And as you just mentioned, Fabian Romo being the catalyst, he's been doing what this team needs from him. He's been out on the break. He's been shooting threes. He's been defending. He's been doing a little bit of it all. And that's what that team needs out of him to get the victory.
The Mavericks have really been playing a specialized style of basketball. If you can leak out in transition, you will. And you can see how the Mavericks have really been benefiting off of controlling the pace.
Interesting on the huddle from the Punishers, you can see Trayvon Jennifer taking the leadership role. He's the one trying to relax his team, taking on that role of, guys, we're still in this. This is the championship. He's the one saying, look, we got to come out with everything. Love that attitude.
This team is gonna make a comeback. Trayvon Jennifer is gonna lead that comeback. He is the heart and soul of this team. As he goes, they go. And as you saw when they had the lead in the very beginning of the game, he led that charge. So let's see if he's got anything left in the tank to make sure that they make it back into this game. Because right now it looks like they're starting to lose grasp of this.
4 minutes and some change left. The Punishers are looking to rally a comeback as they're down by 14. Now make it down by a dozen.
You can see there was a strategy shift right there. That was a newly substituted player, a little bit taller.
That's Jeffrey Graham for the Punishers, who just checked in.
That was a great substitution, great idea, and it paid off right away.
DeHart, nice dish. Googe, extra feed Romo. He takes the two. That one's too strong off back iron.
Credit Graham there. He disrupted Josie DeHart. He saw her lining up for that shot. She moved, tried to line up again, right in her face, like you said, off the bench. Graham looking good.
You can see a new focus out of the Punishers. They are determined to get in there.
Crashing the glass is Kevin Atherley. He now sits at 10 points with his first bucket of the second half, and he came off a 25-point performance versus Marquette yesterday.
They came out of that timeout ferociously. You can just see an entirely different demeanor about the Punishers right now.
DeHart's pass is too high for Romo. Jennifer throws a deep haymaker to Looney on the other side. Nice feed to Atherley. He misses the layup. That one was huge.
Yeah, that one hurts because that was an incredible play.
Googe off the screen from McMinn. Feeds it down low, and there is the layup for McMinn for the Mavericks. Give him 6 points.
Yeah, like that miss there by Atherley, looming so large now, right? That was all the momentum in the world for the Punishers. Dallas answered like a champ and shut it down.
2.5 left to play. Mavericks up by a dozen. As the Punishers have it, it's the car. Jennifer goes for the jump shot, and he puts it in.
That's not the player you want to leave wide open. It was great defense by Dallas, making sure that nobody got inside, but then you leave a wide open Trayvon Jennifer who makes you pay.
Jennifer cuts the Mavericks lead down to 10 for the first place gold medal. The #1 team in Division I NWBA hoops. As the Punishers could cut this game down to a single-digit game with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter.
It's a big possession.
They're giving Jennifer a lot of space. That one's too strong. Offensive rebound goes to Graham. And Graham puts it up. That one's short. Rebounds fought for. McMinn fought for it with another Punisher player. And that's going to be Dallas ball. Jennifer taking some time to get up from his chair. Googe helping him out. Two teammates on the American national team.
Yeah, you can see the camaraderie right there. This is an intense game. There's some smiles on their faces. They've been in battles together. Those two are the best of friends, brothers even. So you see a lot of camaraderie out there.
We all thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Max Gates. Alongside me is Matt Scott, Todd Pettit, and Dr. Court Schneider, broadcasting you the championship game in Division I wheelchair basketball hoops hosted in Richmond, Virginia. The Mavericks have it. DeHart momentarily tipped. It goes straight to Googe. 6 on the shot clock. It does not matter. He misses the jumper.
Great patience out of Googe, just unable to knock it down.
The Punishers with another opportunity to cut it to a single-digit game. Thekar pulls up. That one's off the backboard, no rim. Rebound goes to the Mavericks.
The Punishers have changed their strategy a little bit offensively with this substitution that they've made recently, but they really need to find a way to get some baskets.
Graham's got a pretty good size matchup against DeHart. I think they should take advantage of that.
10 seconds left on the shot clock, 30 seconds on the game clock, and there is the layup for Blake McMinn.
That pass from Romo, just money.
Shot clock turned off, Mavericks up by a dozen.
That's right. It looks to me that the adjustment that the Punishers made was offensive with that substitution, but nice three-pointer.
Trevon Jennifer from downtown.
Trayvon Jennifer is not going away easily.
Romo to answer, that one's off, and Jennifer cuts the Mavericks lead down to 9. It's 50-41. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 10 minutes away from crowning a champion of this 2023-24 NWBA season.
Single digits is a very manageable lead to cut into. So you see the emotion out of Trayvon Jennifer going into this fourth quarter. Great shot to go into the fourth quarter too.
Well, like you said, coming out of that, like we talked about coming out of that timeout, Trayvon Jennifer had the positive attitude, right? He was going to lead his team. You said if they were going to come back as the heart and soul of this team, it was going to come from him. That three there is a portent of things to come.
Sometimes you got to lead by example. He's in the middle of his huddle right now. He's inspiring greatness right now. He is really pulling his team and telling them, hey, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right now. And he's not just talking the talk. He's backing it up with three-pointers. He's backing it up with his defensive aggression. Trayvon Jennifer is the epitome of a champion. And if he's going to be able to make this comeback happen, he's going to bring his whole team with him.
Now, if you're Dallas, who on Dallas defends him? How do you contain him?
Well, I think Dallas is doing an incredible job. I mean, Fabian Romo has had an outstanding game. I think the leadership out of Aaron Googe has been incredible. And then Blake is just tearing it up on the inside. We haven't seen much of Josie in the second half, but that doesn't mean that she won't light it up in the fourth. They just have such a well-balanced attack, and it's hard to defend. The Punishers have their work cut out for them, but I do believe they can do it.
Well, in the first quarter, they got out to that 8-2 run really quickly. Another start like that here, and hold on to your hats.
This stream is brought to you by Performax. 25 years of incredible excellence for all wheelchair athletes alike. Matt, you're wearing one. All of these athletes on the parquet floor are definitely on a Performax chair. You can get yours if you need one as well. We are 10 minutes away from crowning a new national champion. Mavericks 50, Punishers 41 in their first ever trip to the finals. And you know the Mavericks. Championship pedigree all around with 17 championships. Romo for the Mavericks misses his inside shot. Finds Googe outside, and we are back underway. Nice feed down low. There's McMinn. He gets fouled under the basket. He'll go to the foul line.
He is really having his way down there in the basket. He's getting to the positions that he wants. He's getting really low. And they're going to make him earn it from the line, but he's getting wherever he wants to get.
Michael Looney with his first personal foul. First team foul here in the fourth quarter.
As he makes him pay from the line.
Demetrius Dixon looking to get his first minutes of the game as he's checking in for the Punishers. 1 for 2 for McMinn. 10-point lead for the Mavericks. 9:40 left to play in the championship series.
All right, let's see what they got.
9 minutes before we're about to crown a champion. Thekar left open. That one does not go. Here's Romo for the Mavericks. Dumps it down low. McMinn too much to the right off the layup. They leak it forward, the Punishers, and here's Jennifer on a foot race with Gouge, and he beats him to it.
There is nobody in wheelchair basketball that's going to beat Trayvon in that race. If he's out in front of you, he's gonna be the.
He had to stop and come back and get that. That's
Absolutely.
how fast he was.
I mean, he's incredibly fast. Like, that breakaway speed is not something that just anybody possesses. Trayvon Jennifer, that is unique to him.
Fick cut inside. He got fouled on the jump shot, much to the dismay of the Punisher fans. That's Michael Looney's second consecutive foul, second team foul for MedStar. As there you see the nice dish from Gouge. And yes, he gets hit right on the shooting wrist.
I think the crowd unhappy with that call because it was a late whistle. He wanted to see the whole, let the play happen, and then, but the late whistle was what the crowd was reacting to on the replay. Clearly, like you said, Max, got all body. Even Matt would have been called for the foul on that one.
Fick gets his third point of the game. He splits the pair from the foul line. He's been struggling from the field, but he's been getting it done everywhere else. 8.5 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Mavericks up by 9. Punishers.
Fick, a real team player. Three points on the scoreboard, but some of the things that he does out there on the court are not going to show up in the stat sheet. Tremendous player, tremendous effort as Dallas comes
Jennifer
down
with the beautiful bank there. He is keeping his team in it.
Jennifer willing his team back with 17 points, and he gets the rebound off the miss. Here the Punishers could rally something here at the start of the fourth. Smart play by Jennifer to calm everybody down.
Yeah, he's really showing his poise and his experience out there.
Thacker off the miss. He wanted the foul. Romo corrals the rebound for Dallas. Gouge in transition. Resets across the perimeter. Takes himself instead. Ball got knocked loose. It's going to be off of Gouge, and it's Punisher's ball. Basketball is a game of runs, ladies and gentlemen, as there is the defense.
He got a lot of body there. I can see why Gouge was a little upset on that one.
Dixon and Atherley both making it difficult for Gouge to get inside under the basket. 7:30 left. Mavericks up by 7.
The Punisher's really looking to cut into this lead. And winning a championship is all about determination. And this guy has been determined to knock down these shots all game long. Good for him for continuing to shoot it. That was a huge bucket as the Punishers continue to cut into this lead.
Now if you're Dallas, how do you stop this onslaught, right? The momentum has definitely swung. They've made the adjustments.
Oh, Gouge. Oh.
Gouge weaved his way through traffic, misses the
incredible
layup.
move by Gouge. But unfortunately not able to knock it down. That would have been a dagger. Every point of separation that Dallas can make is a dagger in this instance, and he wasn't able to knock it down.
A blocking foul was called against Danny Fick for his second personal.
Love the way Fick reached out after that to Jennifer. Just hey, he wasn't trying anything like that. He even tried to grab his chair on the way down to soften the blow. Hats off Danny Fick.
The great thing about these competitors out here is that they know that there's a lot on the line. This is a heated moment, but they're not going to lose their sportsmanship. There's all highly professional players out there.
It's all a brotherhood after all. 5-point Mavericks lead for the championship. And the jumper rattles home for Horst Thacker. Give him 14.
Todd, you spoke about that momentum shift, and we can feel it in the building. The Punisher fans are standing up. You can hear in the background, there's defensive chants. The momentum has shifted.
The Mavericks have seen enough. Timeout for Dallas. You can't even hear what's going on from the booth. As there you see the beautiful dish and the feed.
Boom.
Shooters roll. We talked about that in the huddle, how big that has Trayvon Jennifer has been. The heart and soul of the team, he's been a big part of leading them back. They're within 3. This is so exciting.
It's super exciting. I mean, Trayvon, like I said, he is the heart and soul of that team. He is leading the comeback. Every point that they're able to make that dips into this deficit that they've been in is really leading to this momentum shift. They have woken up the crowd out here. I mean, I can feel it in the room. The momentum has shifted in the way of the Punishers, but let's not sleep on Dallas. Dallas has been controlling this second half, and although they've lost a bit of their lead, they are still winning this game.
Yeah, Josie DeHart yet to take a shot here in this fourth quarter. A bit unusual because she is being left open. So Dallas just sticks to their game plan. They've been a little shell-shocked inside, not able to make the shots. Gooch having a little trouble. They'll obviously be back. It's only a 3-point game. I just love the way the script is writing. It's going to be a great finish.
We'll have to really look into how the Punishers are defending Dallas. I'm not sure that she's able to get those open shots anymore because they might have started to zone in on her. We'll see how they start to defend.
6.5 left to play. Mavericks up by 3. They've been struggling the entire quarter.
What was that, Matt?
There we go. and just like you mentioned, she got her gun right back in the game, and she's lighting it up.
Now, to be fair, in the entire weekend, that's the first time I've been right about a broadcaster's moment. So, one for me.
You saw into the future there.
There you go.
But her making shots is a surprise of no one. She is one of the best shooters out there on the floor right now, if not the most consistent.
Nice ball movement by the Punishers. Dakar misses the jump shot. A little bit less than 6 minutes left to play. The Mavericks just recently got a bucket by Josie DeHart, who sits at 12 points. Nice feed down low. Romo the bucket.
That's a huge bucket. Huge bucket. Any amount of separation that Dallas can get right now is going to lead to a victory. Great job by Fabian Romo with the nice composed layup.
Romo answers whenever he needs to. He sits at 17 points. That's his second field goal made in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was not able to knock that down, but what a move by Trayvon Jennifer. Didn't even put a hand on the wheel. Was able to maneuver his chair with just the use of his core. Was a really impressive move.
Romo to Gouge, and he gets the layup for 2.
That is what we call a dagger, ladies and gentlemen.
So the team's trading 6-0 runs there. 6-0 run Punishers. Dallas answered back with a 6-0 run.
They were, you know what? They responded like a championship team would. They responded with that championship pedigree.
Oh, what beautiful ball movement by the Punishers. Just can't get the bucket. They got everything else right, but the last piece. Mavericks up by 9 after recently just only being up by a bucket with a few minutes before this. Romo to slow down the pace for the Mavericks. 4:30 left to play here in the fourth. The Mavericks hunting for their next championship, number 18.
Fabian Romo really going for the kill there. That three-pointer would have ended him.
Oh, that would have ended it.
That would have ended it. I respect it. I commend him taking that shot to try to end the game, but the Punishers are still in it.
Nine seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Jennifer for the Punishers. 4 seconds. Jennifer, the deep 2. Missed. Romo with the rebound, and Jennifer hacks him in the arm. Jennifer with his 3rd personal foul, 3rd team foul in this quarter for the Punishers, as this stream is brought to you by Performax Wheelchairs, 25 years of nothing but incredible excellence for wheelchair athletes all across the world. As you see the bucket there by Dakar, which momentarily cut the Mavericks lead. Matt, the Mavericks eventually show their championship pedigree, and they're now up by 9 with a little bit less than 4 minutes left to play.
I have to give a really big kudos to the Mavericks team for not overreacting to the runs. This is a game of runs. So teams are going to go on 6-0, 8-0 runs, and it's all about how you respond to that. And the Mavericks have shown that they can absorb that run and then hit them back with their own. I really, really commend them for a job well done.
Matt, let's ask a question about this year's Dallas Mavericks. You said a new team, a newly forming team. Would they have beaten your last year's Warriors?
Not a chance. Not a chance.
If so, what makes that Warriors team so much different from this Mavericks team?
Don't set him up for that. Don't do it, Max.
No. I'm not going to instigate anymore. What made the Warriors team so special?
Last year, that Warriors team, what made us so special is the well, first of all, we were head coached by Paul Jackson, who was a Hall of Famer. And he really led us into every game with an incredible strategy. We also had likes of Brian Bell and myself. It's a hard duo to stop. We did go all the way down to the wire against New York, who had Pat Anderson and Steve Serio. It was a great game, but I don't know if these teams would have matched up with us. I guess we'll never know.
Well, that's the beauty of sports. You always have the what-ifs. What would this happen between some of the greatest teams of all time? And, it's sometimes fine to look into what could have been. As the Mavericks, 3:46 left to play. That's the amount of time they have left before they are crowned champions for chip number 18. Romo, down low to Fick.
8-0 run here by Dallas.
Danny Fick making sure that he gets that pick, finishing it off with the layup. It's nice to see the players that really work hard for the team get the bucket.
The margin for error razor thin now for the Punishers. They've got to be perfect.
Oh, well, that is horrific for the Punishers. A turnover does not allow them to cut into this deficit.
Demetrius Dixon fell down off of his chair, so it's automatically other team's ball as he'll check out of the game. Jeffrey Graham will check in. He only has 2 points so far with one personal foul, as the Punishers have been rotating between their bigs with Dixon and Graham. Atherley also on the floor for the Punishers.
You think there's very many Dallas Mavericks fans in the audience? Yeah, it's gotten quiet in here.
Here's Romo for the Mavericks, down low to Fick. He gets fouled before the shot. So it'll be side out Mavericks.
I do know that the Dallas Mavericks have quite the fan base, so if they are not in the building, I'm sure that they're watching back at home. So shout out to all the Dallas Mavericks fans. I'm sure that you are very pleased with what is unfolding right now.
Jeffrey Graham with his second personal, fourth team foul this quarter. For the Punishers, they should probably watch out on the fouls if they eventually want to make a run. If they do make it close towards the end of the game, they are going to have to foul to stop the clock.
That's right. Danny Fick really putting his fingerprints all over this game.
Fick misses the free throw. It eventually tips back to him, and there is Blake McMinn with the save. Romo for the Mavericks. Swiped by Jennifer. They say it went off of Jennifer last. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Gouge, Romo the heave. Beats the buzzer. Fabian Romo, give him 20 points.
Impressive.
Wow, you see Josie DeHart coming back, even smiling on that one, just kind of shaking her head. How did he do that?
With the clock winding down, Fabian Romo with the dagger.
Yeah, that should do it.
Romo can smell the championship. The Punishers can't answer Jennifer. He will put it back up and in. Give him 19.
Jennifer not going away. He's gonna play till the horn goes off, like a true champion does. However, I do believe this lead is insurmountable.
Yeah, 11-0 run, too much late for the Mavericks.
2 minutes left. Mavericks up by a dozen.
What an impressive shot out of Fabian Romo, by the way. With
Jennifer,
the steal.
cookies.
Again, not going away. Not going away. Congratulations to that hustle. You gotta give him some kudos. Trayvon Jennifer, he sees that they're down. He knows his team needs him. He gets the steal and the fast break layup.
There you see the Romo three to beat the buzzer. That one's from way downtown. Romo says, I got this. Let me get this championship real quick.
Fabian Romo has a big summer coming up. He has just been named to the U.S. national team for the first time, going to the Paralympics as a Paralympian, and he's also getting married this summer.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations to Fabian Romo on an incredible 2024. And you could only hope that.
He can add a national championship to that list of accomplishments, and maybe even a game MVP.
What's his name? The governor.
Quinn Youngkin.
What?
Quinn Youngkin.
Everybody in the building can kind of feel the way this is shifting, but we still got some basketball to play.
I do believe that on the screen we just saw on the Jumbotron, that was the governor of Virginia, Glenn Youngkin. So, yeah, he knows where it's at this Sunday.
Romo the feed. Gouge lost the balance, twisting and turning as he hits the deck.
Smart play by Trayvon Jennifer. He avoided the contact that Gouge was anticipating. Gouge lost control and fell down.
Jennifer is not done yet. He sits at 21 points. An incredible performance. A minute and a half left, 10-point lead for the Mavericks.
His individual performance has been something to admire. Unfortunately, it's just not enough, but he's not going away. This team is still going to fight hard. They should be proud of themselves. This is their first time in the championship game and a great showing here.
They've really showed their worth as a team that it's no matter when you reach the finals, it's how well you do it, and they have had an incredible performance.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, Matt. They're going to take silver in this one, but like you said, they should feel really proud. They're the second best team in the country.
That is, it's not first place, and it's not going to go well with guys like Trey, who I know wants to win that game. But they should be very proud of themselves. They had a great tournament and a great game.
Nice ball movement by the Punishers, and there's Atherley for two. Atherley has a dozen as a minute left here in the fourth.
They're not going anywhere. As long as there's time on that clock, you got to play hard. This is why you play the game.
Punishers look to press. The ball is momentarily loose. Picked up by Gouge as the Dallas Mavericks need an urgent timeout.
Smart call. They were losing control of that ball. That play was broken, and they smartly called that timeout before anything bad happened.
Championship number 18 is within the Mavericks' grasp. They're currently up 63-55, as there you see some of the highlights on your screen. You got to credit the Punishers, though. They've moved the ball incredibly well. They've had some incredible players suit up. They've had Harsh Thakar, who sits at 14 points. Trayvon Jennifer sits at 21. That's Matt Scott's fellow U.S. Paralympic teammate. For the Mavericks, they've had a dominant performance from Fabian Romo, who sits at 20 points in the championship game. You could argue he should be the MVP. Also, Aaron Gouge sits at 15 points himself. That's been an incredible dynamic duo here in the championship game.
You Dallas Mavericks fans back at home can probably feel that championship coming.
Gouge just trying to waste as much time as he can as he gets fouled by Jeffrey Graham of the Punishers. That's his third personal, and that's the 5th team foul for the Punishers. So no matter what happens next, if it's a common or a shooting foul, they're going to the line regardless.
Gouge, an excellent free throw shooter. Look for him to leave the follow through up a little bit longer when he makes this free throw, because these are dagger free throws.
You know the broadcaster's curse, Matt, this weekend.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him hold that
follow
through up. Oh!
Romo, the offensive rebound for the Mavericks. That was huge, as he will now go to the line. Now he says it's my turn.
The Punishers obviously in a strategic mode, trying to send the Mavericks to the line to keep time on the clock. Unfortunately, it appears that it is too late.
Romo misses. The Punishers look to push. 8-point lead for the Mavericks. And Jennifer misses the three in transition, and that should do it as Blake McMinn for the Mavericks gets the rebound as they are up 8 with 30.6 seconds left.
And And what a weekend here in Virginia. We've had 96 basketball games in the last 3 days. 96, the best of the best descending on Richmond. And it looks like the Dallas Mavericks will come away with the black onyx-based crystal basketball trophy.
That's a beautiful trophy to say the least.
It is. Matt, what's your trophy room look like?
They can add to their impressive streak of winning these championships. You have to say congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks. They played an incredible game. They took a big hit from the Punishers in the very beginning, and just like a championship team does, they came back with a hit of their own. Congratulations to them. This is a well-deserved victory and a great team. I hope they enjoy celebrating this.
Fakar misses the three. McMinn the rebound.
But as the time runs out, you have to take your hats off for the Punishers too. Trayvon Jennifer, one of the premier players here in the States, one of the premier players in the entire world. He led his team to an impressive showing here at the championship game. Unfortunately, only one can win, and congratulations to the Mavericks.
You can give Fabian Romo 22 points in this championship game. You can give him the finals MVP trophy. 10 seconds left before the Mavericks will win their 18th championship in history, and Atherley with the little consolation bucket, give him 14. As DeHart will get fouled and put 2 last free throws as an exclamation point, as it seems.
And this has just been an impressive performance by all of the Dallas Mavericks. You got to give a shout out to the coaching staff, Jermel Penny with the nice strategy leading into this game. They've had a really well balanced attack. I mean, Josie has really been killing it from the outside, Blake from the inside, Danny Fick putting his handprints all over the game, Aaron Gouge with his leadership and just really showing why he is one of the best players. I can't really name a Dallas Mavericks player that didn't really have an impressive performance.
Yeah, it was an all-around team effort. They were on the Punishers on that 9-0 run. They got it to within 3, and we thought, hey, there's a game ahead of us. And the Dallas just found another gear, and it was a team effort. You're right. It wasn't like on the Punishers. They were looking for Trayvon Jennifer to be their leader, and the Dallas has had a 5-person attack. They all earned it. It's a team win here, as they all are.
DeHart 2 for 2, give her 14 points in the championship game. The clock winds down to 0, and your Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks, your Dallas Wheelchair Mavericks are your 2024 NWBA Division I champions. Banner number 18, you're going back home to Texas. My name is Max Cates. Alongside me, Paralympian Matt Scott. Thank you so much. To my right is Todd Petit, and to his right is the incredible Dr. Court Schneider. That has been it for the NWBA tourney in Richmond, Virginia.
Thanks for having me, boys.
We hope you all have a safe and incredible day, and this has been an incredible weekend of hoops. My name is Max Cates, and we thank you all for tuning in. Keep playing basketball, everybody, and we will see you next year.